Black.
It's a real statement return there.
Allow 15.
His post-match press conference, Alcaraz, after his win against Lloyd Harris, spoke of this matchup and how he needed to really return well against Evans, who, may mix in some serve volley.
What is the quality of Dan Evans' second serve? Because that could come into play.
It's good, 5'9". For a player of that height, I think his serve is very good, both first and second. He doesn't necessarily have a big kick serve, but he's got a sort of fast slider that can be hard to attack. You can see there 125 miles an hour for a man of his size is great pop, and he isn't going to hang around. His second invitation to come forward, that was the tennis that won in Washington. And it's the tennis that gives him a fighting chance today. I think when Alcaraz is moving up to this short forehand and you're at the net, your life probably flashes before your eyes. Thankfully, Carlos going to the space there. Dan Evans' point of view.
Civilized decision from the young Spaniard. Putting a thump on that 96-mile-an-hour serve.
Yeah, it's hard to say that was a weak second serve, really. Decent depth, good speed. Maybe just liking the pace there. Second time he's drilled the backhand.
Yes.
So Alcaraz is playing a guy who hit his form suddenly in Washington. Won the title, his biggest yet. Beats a couple of very good players, didn't he? And then he's continued his form on the practice courts. I heard the story that he was practicing with Medvedev the other day, and Medvedev got so aggravated that Evans was playing so well that he smashed 2 rackets. Just smithereened them.
Yeah, knowing Dan, he would have loved that as well.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Dan Evans. He doesn't play the sort of orthodox baseline game. He won't allow someone like Medvedev to play long extended points. But as we see his team there, Colin Beecher there with it, just a hand to his face, looking a little nervy. Looks like Kieran Forster, his physical trainer, Alia. His wife in the box alongside his dad, David. So he's come in for the big one.
Yes.
As I was saying, he takes time away from his opponents, but the challenge for Evans against Alcaraz is, Alcaraz has so much more power than a player like Medvedev.
Yes.
He's going to just blitz through him at times. And
yes.
It's whether he can absorb that pace, whether he can hang tough for long enough.
How do you serve him? He's going to have to be very clever and mix it around.
Oh.
Advantage, Alcaraz.
That guy in the blue cap, Kieran Voster, he also worked with Tim Henry. He's been around a long time.
Wayne Ferreira, Evgeny Kafelnikov, I believe. A lot of players. He's very experienced. He's a tough trainer. Gets his players in good shape.
Alcaraz.
Alcaraz breaks to open this fourth-round match.
Tough start for Evans, but for Alcaraz, hasn't he come out the blocks quickly here?
First game.
Forehand he hit in that rally was just so explosive. Goodness me.
I mean, it's the first game, Colin, and he's already animated the fans.
This is the type of tennis Evans, I think, was worried about in this match, being overpowered. I think he was hoping Alcaraz would come out and, you know, play a bit more cat and mouse style tennis with the drop shots, but he has come out just bludgeoning the ball, hasn't he? Forehand is just gigantic. And he's got the field to finish the point as well.
What hasn't he got? This 20-year-old.
That's the scary thing.
Novak Djokovic, one of the all-time greats, says that he seems to have borrowed from all three of the all-time greats, from Federer and Nadal and himself. There's only one former U.S. champion on the women's side, and that's Iga Swiatek.
Carlos Alcaraz to serve. Fifteen. Love.
It's going to be a test for Evans, as we see. Former world #1 himself, JCF, Juan Carlos Ferrero, looking as cool as ever.
He really does.
As good as Evans is at, you know, fighting and scrapping and counter-punching and defending with a slice, he's going to have to find ways to hurt Alcaraz today if he's going to have any chance. And I think one of those is when he gets a look at the second serve, he's going to have to try and go after it, maybe hit and come in.
$14-15. 40-30.
These two played earlier this year on clay in Spain, and Alcaraz got Evans. Evans said afterwards that he's got such a big flat serve, but it can be loose. He said, watch out in a couple of years when he tightens it all up. Let's see if he's loose at all.
Game, Alcaraz.
Comfortable hold there. We just got a glimpse of that man in picture, David Ferrer, the
Alcaraz
Spanish Davis Cup captain as of this year. Alcaraz is named in the team for Valencia straight after this US Open, so Ferrer will be. I think if you're a Davis Cup captain and you're picking Carlos Alcaraz, you've got to feel pretty good about that.
I have to tell you that my favorite David Ferrer matches, I know he was a French Open finalist, I loved when he played #2 in Davis Cup, because those were always such important matches. And Rafa and the rest of the team would cheer him on so much. That Spanish ball club is just remarkable.
It really is. I mean,
Now 15.
see this incredible point from Alcaraz. Look at the field, but you know, it's helped him so much so far in his career, having won Carlos Ferrer. But now, you know, Ferrer there as a Davis Cup captain, to, you know, another, you know, voice to just, or brain to pick, isn't it? And
he's around a whole bunch of really good grown-ups.
yeah, it's got to have played a factor in how mature he is.
Yes,
already, both as a player and a person.
He sure seems like a professional human being, doesn't he?
Well, this is a worry for Evans, that the power of Alcaraz, the way he's hitting the ball here,
Love 30.
just being overwhelmed. You know, Alcaraz hasn't come out and taken any time to find his rhythm. Playing this match perfectly so far.
Love 40.
He's got to get his first serves in. He's only won 1 point so far, Dan, off his second serve. Beauty, 110,
30-40.
It's the kind of risk he needs to take. Certainly at this stage of the match, the way Alcaraz is hitting the ball.
Shoot your shot.
Got to leave it all out there against the world #1.
What a snappy start.
15 love. Thirty love. Forty love. Game, Alcaraz.
Every area of Alcaraz's game looking in great shape. First 4 games here.
Alcaraz leads 4
Lovely
games
rhythm
to
on
none.
serve.
First set.
This one just starting up, but on the outdoor courts, which started at 11, you can go to usopen.org and catch up on what's already happened. Sabalenka, the number 2 seed, took out Clara Burrell 6-1, 6-1. Boy, she's looking good. And so too is Daria Kazatkina, the 13th seed, taking on Greek Minen, the woman who knocked out Venus Williams in the first round. Catch up on that one. It seems nearly over. It's on usopen.org. Nicely done. The second winner of the match for Dan Evans. And he took a circuit shot to win it.
Love.
Blistering forehand pass here from Alcaraz. You come into that forehand, you better be ready. It's a beautiful volley there.
Love. $30-15.
Second serve is getting picked apart here by Alcaraz. As I say, Evans does have good pace. That was 99 miles per hour, but maybe I want to just think about reducing that pace slightly and trying to get the ball a little shorter and up high, give Alcaraz less to work with. Player that's had good success, relatively speaking, against Alcaraz, Tommy Paul, the American, you know, and he's got much more of a sort of kick serve, short in the box, gets up, and that can actually be harder to attack, even if the speed is less.
Who's now number 11 in the live rankings. Boy, he's playing well. Dan Evans on the board, but it's Carlos Alcaraz who's serving at 4-1.
Sit quickly, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
front is not with me. The guy 3 up is not with me.
On the right side?
With the camera is not with me.
Okay. Evans is wondering who the gentleman is that's in his box. Doesn't seem too happy.
No. You got to earn that seat, I guess, huh?
Allow 15.
He wants him out. Look at this.
There,
Is that guy right there?
Yeah, move.
He will have to leave. There we go. Okay. This should change everything.
15 all.
Or not.
Probably just represents the fact that Evans is a little flustered here, isn't he, with this start? You know, he doesn't know, his head's probably spinning.
Yeah.
2 breaks down already. Alcaraz on fire.
Couldn't even watch.
Just the ball speed from Alcaraz, it's really making a difference. You know, when you play
30-15.
Dan Evans with the slice he has, if you're just sort of hitting the ball neutrally there, you know, he can work his magic. He won't miss the slice all day. He'll move it around. He'll look for the forehand. But, I mean, he just can't make any impact here with the pace Alcaraz is hitting the ball.
Thoughts, Colin?
Speechless.
14-15.
I mean, this is a great return from an awkward serve. I mean, just talked about how hard he's hitting the ball. How about that for a bit of feel?
It's beautiful.
Game, Alcaraz.
Too good.
Too big.
Got a glimpse of his brother Alvaro, I think, in the box. He's been traveling a fair bit with Carlos the last certainly a few weeks in America.
Alcaraz
His
leads
brother
5-1. First
very
set.
promising talent back in Spain. He's been winning some tournaments and lighting things up in the under-12s. Watch out for that doubles team in a few years' time.
Allow 15.
Groans, not because that guy's got the ball, but because that guy dropped it. And it looks like he's sculling a beer for a punishment. So fair play. I can appreciate that.
You got to. At this stage, 5-1 in less than half an hour. What must it feel like if you're putting all that pressure on your opponent and feeling none of it on your own side?
I mean, he's just walking on water here, isn't he, Alcaraz? This is what Djokovic means when he's like taking a piece of all the big three.
Exactly.
I mean, he just looks the complete player so far.
Come on, Evan, come on.
30-40. Yes.
When he saved that opening set point, you could hear him say, "Come on, Evo, come on." It says a lot that he's
a fighter. He's twice in his career come back from 2 sets to love down. I mean, that tells you something about Dan Evans. He knows it's a best of 5 set match, and Alcaraz is, I mean, surely his level has to dip even just slightly here.
One would think.
If it stays this high, then too good.
Well done. Down 5-1.
Advantage, Evans.
Still has pride in the program, huh?
Absolutely. Some serious punch on the first volley there. Second serve is getting demolished.
We talked about that in the beginning of the match.
Yes.
Anywhere he goes, forehand, backhand into the body, Alcaraz is just pummeling it. And it's not just his speed, he's getting great width on the returns.
Evans serving at 48% and paying.
Let. Second service. Advantage, Evans.
He bent in the 95-mile-an-hour first serve. He wanted to make sure he got it in.
He did well to read that little fake wrong footer from Alcaraz, but nothing he could do to cover the open court.
Love how hard Evans is trying to get back on the board against a guy playing otherworldly tennis. Here comes another second serve.
Advantage.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Sometimes when you play against the good returners, you know you have to serve well. Go for that little bit extra with the first serve, and then you end up showing them loads of second serves. It's almost like the last thing you want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what's happening here. Is Evans is, I think, he's on the edge with his first deal, serving at just 47%, and that means Alcaraz is just having a field day on his second. Maybe just get slightly more inside the comfort zone on the first, make a higher number of those. And
well, that's what he tried to do the last time he was serving ad. It wasn't good enough.
Okay,
Evans. Boy, that's a nice effort.
New balls, please.
Good for Dan Evans for trying to stay in this opening set.
Take your seat, please. Thank you. Players are ready. Thank you.
Serving in the sun.
Love.
Even when he was a little boy, everyone who knew Carlos says he was playing from everywhere on the court. He was using drop shots when he was a little boy. Coming to the net when he was a lot shorter than he is now. He declared his game early.
The foundation of everything he does on the court is just a love of the game, isn't it? He loves playing tennis, and he's kept that even into the professional game, and now the world #1. You can see still creativity is what gets him going.
Yes, the joy of it all. It's a sport that he plays as a game. It's joyous.
And I think that's why he plays his best tennis here in New York, because he loves being on the court with the crowd and the energy, and it brings out even more of that sort of creative vibe in Francis, doesn't it? Playing well again here. Through to the 4th round, they'll take on Rinky Hijikata, the wild card.
Done from Evans, gobbling that up.
Sergio.
This
30-40.
First break point for the Brit.
Yeah, and if he is to break here, it will be the reward for the effort he's put into this first set. Wasn't prepared to just let it go. He's got himself into the match now.
Yes.
It's just too good.
Old school.
Advantage, Evans.
Chip charge, rushing Alcaraz. Got to use that play. It's the strength of his, Evans. He loves that play, Alcaraz.
Yes.
Down a weak point. Wide serve and serve volley to the ad court. There's no panic as well. It's not like he's going for his biggest serve to try and win it outright. He trusts his volley game. Bit of kick on it to make the return more challenging.
Advantage, Evans.
What body language from the 33-year-old, huh? Doesn't want to get those socks blown off.
Just subtly, subtly got up on Evans.
Yes.
I would expect himself to make that slice with his eyes closed. It's usually so reliable. You can see it just got up, shoulder height. Possibly a little more than he was expecting.
Advantage, Alcaraz.
14th winner already, just a gigantic forehand. Perfect preparation, hand is so loose.
Yes.
First time he's done that this set.
Vamos, seguimos, vamos.
Feeling the fight of Dan Evans, isn't he?
There's one Carlos Ferrero there alongside Carlos's agent, Alberto Molina, excuse me.
Advantage, Alcaraz.
look at that. I just love the resistance he's putting up, Colin.
Yes.
Well, you know your volleying technique is sound if you can handle a ball traveling at that speed.
Yeah.
What an effort. Just kept the bracket out in front. It's good stuff from Evans.
When you can get Carlos Alcaraz muttering, they're doing things right.
Advantage, Alcaraz.
So quick to come forward, Alcaraz. Didn't have to play a volley there, but it's the 15th time he's moved forward in this opening set already. He's won 14 of them.
First set, Alcaraz. Evans to serve.
Second set. At least Evans has a foothold now, Colin.
Well, he does, but only as long as he holds serve here. Yeah, remember, broken first game of the match, so he cannot afford the same thing in this second set. I think it was caught in the crowd this time, so there'll be no downing a can of beer for that lady. No punishment. Evans doing well just to absorb the return there, but his second serve still looks under serious threat from Alcaraz.
14-11.
Second ace for Dan Evans. What I really like watching is how quick his first step is off of the Alcaraz short step. A lot of guys get caught cold with the Spaniard's drop shots. Evans is looking for it. He is quick.
Game Evans.
Big fist bump there. He knew how important a game that was, and it was a really solid hold. 4-love first set. Certainly feels like we've got more of a match.
Allow 15.
Evans standing in tight for that return, trying to show Alcaraz that He wants to be managing this court as well. He's looking to get in. This is how he looked when he was winning Washington a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it is. And
love 30.
Again, showing his speed to the short ball. And I tell you, this is not an easy finish. Some serious snaps there. That's impressive. Significant moment for Evans.
15,
at Wimbledon this year. Really struggling for form this season. He was hardly posting any wins and getting beaten easily by Alice, the Frenchman, in the first round. You know, very negative, complaining. There was then a rain delay in the match, so it was postponed to the next day. And his two good friends, Ben Harron and Nathan Rooney also his agent.
What about them? He cheated on his team after winning the game.
They came round to the house he was renting that evening and sat him down and said, "Don't say anything, just listen." And I think delivered a few home truths, possibly about his attitude on the court and, you know, the way he was playing his game, and just to simplify things again. And he came out the next day. The match got moved to centre court actually, and played much better tennis. Just couldn't quite turn it around. I think it was a wake-up call for him. After that, that's when Colin Beecher, the coach, came on board, and well, they set sail for America. And just a couple of weeks later, he was winning that title in Washington.
But he's got to lose Colin Beecher after this open.
13,
Isn't Colin
14.
Beecher with Kyle Evans, who's trying to get back into shape?
Yeah. Colin Beecher has been a long-term coach for Edmund, trying to help him get back from the knee injury. So
The guy on the end.
that's right.
Clint?
What about this? All of a sudden, Evans.
Chance. Could Dan Evans get in front of Alcaraz for the first time in this match?
Evans.
Well, the crowd on Ash show their appreciation, not just for the tennis from Evans, but the fight. What a pass he's found there. Alcaraz has had a lot of success coming into the backhand, but not on that occasion. It's a moment of inspiration for the Brit.
Love 15.
Well, got a little lucky there.
15-all.
Alcaraz had stayed home.
Serve just not quite with the accuracy or the swing in the hitting zone of Alcaraz, and he punished Evans. Starting to really attack the backhand when he comes forward, isn't he?
Yeah.
Early in the first set, came in a couple of times to the forehand and got burnt. Alcaraz looks less comfortable trying to pass off that backhand wing.
Oh. 30-40.
He's had 2 aces. That's his second double fault.
Here you go, mate.
And clearly he's wary of the return of Alcaraz. Went a little too much there. Now a chance to get this back on serve.
Gesturing as if the hand slipped, but I think it's just the pressure telling.
Evans leads 2-1. Second set.
Her husband Gael Monfils playing proudly under the Ukrainian flag, representing big time. On Jabeur and Daniil Medvedev will take this court in their matches tonight.
Love 15.
Alcaraz was so buttoned up for much of the opening set. Evans has gotten into this thing. Maybe shaken the confidence of the Spaniard a little. Enough to create tension. He's quick enough to get back to these big forehands. Not all of them, but there.
15-all.
Incredible defensive forehand from Alcaraz there. So quick.
Just like how seriously Dan Evans is taking himself, backing himself. A lot of times when you're getting blown off the court, so many players, like, they'll hit a winner and raise their hands to get applause from the fans, you know what I mean? It's like, that's not what this guy has done at all.
No, he's spoken about that, didn't he, after his second round win. He's not here to make up the numbers. Alcaraz gets out of bed in the morning just like he does, and you know, feels emotions on the court, feels tension, feels pressure. He's the #1 in the world because he probably deals with it quite well, but it's not like he doesn't feel these things. And Evans has done a great job of just making this a match. He's in a place now where he's hitting the ball really sweetly.
He is. But when Alcaraz wakes up in the morning, is he lifting his head off of a silk pillowcase the way Dan Evans does? He travels with one. Yeah. He's showing nerves.
Is it Egyptian still? Can you specify?
No, I'm going to have to get back to you.
That's impressive knowledge.
I know. I got that from Catherine Whitaker of the Tennis Podcast. She knows things. Bit arcane, but still, I'll take it.
He's got himself another break point here.
Yeah. Hard to make Alcaraz jumpy on a day when he came out so well.
He didn't show any there. Break point down.
Yes.
So quick to get up to this short ball and move through it. Both feet in the air. Just struggling a little with his first serve. Alcaraz, the opening of the second set here, just a quarter of them going in. It's inviting pressure.
Alcaraz.
Yeah, such a shame.
For abuse, warming Mr. Evans.
Yeah, I was wondering if he's going to get the code violation there. Damien Dumassois, France in the chair, feeling like he had to give him it.
Is he right?
I don't know. I guess by the letter of law he is, but maybe feels a little harsh. It's.
He said, "Look, sorry, dude. I got to do my job."
I guess if they start making it subjective in that thing, it could get ugly.
Yeah.
Got to enforce the rules. It's almost like Evans, just it was part of the moment, wasn't it?
He knows how expensive that miss was.
Game, Alcaraz.
Back even.
Two games all, second set.
Just the last 3 points.
Allow 15.
Playing great tennis, had a chance and probably arguably should have won them all. Just maybe playing slightly too close to the edge.
Well, that's exactly right, though, Colin.
And that smash as hard as he possibly could. That's what Alcaraz makes you feel like you have to do.
Those 3 missed points, makeable points, could decide the set.
And then there's a cheap double. There's some doubt there in the second serve now. Evans is beaten a world #1 in his career. He knows what it takes, albeit not at a Grand Slam. 2021, he beat Djokovic in the round of 16 in Monte Carlo on the clay. 6-4, 7-5. Went on to make the semis there. And he'll know that he can't let these little opportunities slip him by. When you know he's on top of a point, he has to convert that.
Exactly. That's well done. He can get tight to the net there. There's a good story in the New York Times earlier this week by Matt Futterman about Tommy Paul and his coach, Brad Stein, who's got a theory that's called the conversion theory. To shift the momentum of a match, win 3 points in a row. He lost 3 points in a row. But do the math. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a good take. And Evans won those 3 and he was on top of them all. What a different situation we would have here. Big test for him on the second deal here. 2-all, 30-all.
That goes big.
Yeah, Brad Stein also.
13.
He's so good.
He coined the phrase crush and rush.
Yeah.
Rather than the chip charge.
Yeah.
It's the crush and rush now. I love that.
Yeah. He's been around.
Tommy Paul likes that play.
Helped Jim Courier win 4 majors.
Use.
Evans let slip through his fingers.
Was there in time. Hit the high part of the net.
Play the ball.
Okay, he's cursing to himself. Sorry about that.
Play the ball. I can only assume that he's telling himself not to overplay because it's Alcaraz.
Don't play the dude on the other side.
Let. Second service. Game, Alcaraz. Love. 30-11.
Oh, called out.
Seems slightly late, didn't it?
30-15.
He just got enough work on the ball to clip the line. More solid game from Alcaraz here, not hitting the heights of the start of the match, but looks like he's just starting to find his rhythm again. As we said at the sit-down, it's actually a bonus for him that he's a break up in this set, considering how he's played and how Evans has played.
Game Alcaraz. Alcaraz leads 4 games to 2. Second set. Let first service.
Still only getting every other's first serve in, Colin.
Love 15.
And he's still getting his second serve picked apart. 11 of 27 second serve points for the match, 3 from 10 in the second. Evans is in real danger here of just sort of falling out of the match again.
Yep. He's had 3 double faults this set as well. This guy, he's just smiling all the time, and it's Evans with the big one. Taking all those smashes in the side the way he did.
Well, that's one of the points of the tournament.
15-all.
By the end of the point, both guys just having the time of their lives.
Look at him watching to see where Alcaraz is and making the play. Oh, that's nice. And look how well Alcaraz took it.
Smile is infectious.
That's ridiculous. That's maybe the best part of his game. How often he shows his teeth. How much he enjoys his life on this court.
Showing us how complete a player he is in that point as well. We've seen an incredible offense from him, but the defense to hang in that point, the lobs, the movement. How hard it is to win a point against this guy.
30 all.
Alcaraz is pretty relaxed at this stage. There was that trouble spot. It seems like Alcaraz has corrected it. Stepped over it.
Sometimes think Alcaraz's team,
14, that's it.
or even someone like Ferrero, who's been one in the world. I noticed this in the Cincinnati final. Sometimes they're almost laughing themselves at
I know
what
how
this
good the
guy
kid is
capable of,
Yeah.
and what's coming next.
Game. Evans.
That's a good hole. Colin, you mentioned that Alcaraz's team, sometimes even they have to smile and laugh off the stuff that this kid can produce. The late, great Tim Gullickson. Love that guy. He was coaching Pete Sampras, but he was dying. He was in bed back home, and Pete was doing Pete things. At a certain point, I think it was like a galloping forehand winner on the run that Pete used to be able to get like that. Maybe it was this big jumping smash he used to hit. In any event, here he is, Tim Gullickson, close to death, watching from his bed. Pete does that, and Tim says, "See that? That's nothing but coaching." I think that's kind of what Team Alcaraz does sometimes. That's pure coaching.
Love.
Such a nice, quiet head, huh? Yeah. So formful from everywhere.
Huge forehand winner to start the game, and then so graceful just 2 points later.
Game, Alcaraz. New balls, please.
Alcaraz taking the chance to go to his towel, and it's
Alcaraz
an
leads 5
accident
games to
that he's
3.
doing it in the corner where his
Second
teamers sat. They do work him through matches at times, you know, pretty heavy involvement. Carlos Ferrero can be a constant dialogue. Haven't seen it too much today.
How do you like that stuff that you're allowed to coach now?
Well, I think they had to do something. I think it was accepted that people were coaching.
Yeah.
Obviously, there was that high-profile warning that Moratoglou got when coaching Serena, but you know, it was going on all around the game. So they either had to really find a way to properly enforce the rules, which is difficult with all the different languages that we have on the tour, or they had to do what they've done and find a way to allow it within certain parameters.
So if you can't enforce it, endorse it. Just get noisy. I got to tell you,
Love 15.
it's the good old days of illegal hand signals.
Yeah, figuring it out for yourself, you know, on the large part. But
that's very retro.
I haven't heard any sort of negative or negativity from the players, and I think the coaches like it, you know, to be able to actually try and help their players more through matches. I think it's been allowed in the right way, as I say, with certain parameters, so the match isn't interrupted. You know, only allowed to talk to the player when they're at the same end as you. When they're at the other end, it's just hand signals. The player can't go over and have long discussions that interrupt the flow of play. Just little pointers. Ultimately, you still got to figure it out. They're still the ones hitting the ball.
15-30. 30-all.
Too hot to handle. It's a good point by Evans, but in many ways the story of this second set,
30-40.
when he's had a chance, when he's been on attack, just hasn't won enough of the points.
Let, second service.
I expect him to make this.
So do I. Such a light grip on the racket when he comes forward here, just absorbing the pace, very nearly made it.
Advantage, Evans.
Alcaraz needed a couple of set points to end set one. He's had his chances to end set two. What did Dan do wrong to lose that point?
Yes.
Exactly.
Not an awful lot. Good move forward here. His ball out of the air. Maybe just didn't quite catch the drive volley. Alcaraz just reading the play, just anticipating so well.
Laughing is the only response I could think of.
Well, we've seen some big ones. That's got to be the biggest forehand of the match, maybe of the tournament, from way deep in the court. Have some of that.
And this gives Carlos Alcaraz another chance to finish this second set. It's an 82-mile-an-hour winner to get him here.
Use. Let, first service.
Wasn't convinced that was a net.
Again, it's just not a slice that Evans misses. Playing the man rather than the ball there. Going for a little too much on it.
Second set, Alcaraz.
Carlos Alcaraz now a set away from the round of 16. Daniil Medvedev playing Sebastian Baez.
Third set. Alcaraz to serve.
Carlos Alcaraz starts set 3.
Love.
That was sneaky, wasn't it? It looked like he was going to go drop, and instead he slid it long.
Shape for that trademark drop shot. The problem for Evans here, you know, I don't want to be too negative in that second set, but that just felt like his chance to make this interesting. Even if he wasn't going to win the match, you know, he had suddenly the crowd were on the edge of their seat thinking, well, maybe we've got a match here, and Alcaraz was starting to look a little more tense. Now, as you see in this game, Alcaraz is just, he's playing
14
very relaxed tennis. You'd expect his level to go up again as a result. It's going to be really tough for Evans in this third set.
It happened on this court yesterday. Jen Brady was up 6-4, 2-40-15 against Wozniacki. And all of a sudden, she started going away, and then she was very tired. The third set went away in a hurry. But Wozniacki, she saw her shot, and she went after it.
Yeah, she took it. I've got to say, by the end of the second and third sets, she was playing like she'd never left.
Yeah.
Just outlasted Brady. Just hardly missed.
Well, that's the thing. It's not like the door opened for Dan Evans today, but the window opened. And he didn't climb through it.
And against the world number one, you probably only get one chance.
That's 15 love.
Evans hasn't been past 4 in a set versus Alcaraz as yet. 2021 Vienna was 4-3 for Alcaraz, and then the semi-finals of Barcelona this year, 6-2, 6-2. That was on clay. You probably expect that kind of result. But somehow, from within, you just got to tell himself, well, okay, I gave him some trouble in that second set. Let's see if we can try and win the third, and
he's got to
see what happens.
Let's start there. Stay with him. Then try to create stress.
40 love.
Wow.
14-15.
Premeditated, just edge to his left, and what a hit on the forehand again. Don't leave your second serve in the middle of the box against this guy.
Game events.
That's called out.
I guess just wide. It can only be a millimetre or two on the one-handed backhand this time. Millimeters. Backhand missed by just wide.
Just Just give him a little bit of time, huh? A little bit of time to unwind.
Just wonder what Carlos Ferrero in particular, Alcaraz's team, you know, when you look at a match like this, the first set, tennis was just from another world, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Again, he just has his dips. Evan spoke about that, didn't he, after the previous meeting on the serve? Sometimes it just goes off a little. You know, in the back of the minds of Alcaraz and his team, he's got to be thinking, you know, am I at the level to take on Djokovic in the final? Has to be there somewhere, right?
You know, that Wimbledon final, that remarkable five-setter
14
that Alcaraz got over Djokovic earlier this summer. He had twice as many winners.
Alcaraz. Love. 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 First service.
what kind of shot Alcaraz had to play and was there for it. Met it.
2 games all. Third set.
That's his first goal at this stage, isn't it? Stay with Alcaraz. Hold.
15 love.
See what you can do against that serving.
Yeah, he's found the rhythm on the serve again. Alcaraz really dropped off in the second set.
Love.
Another great move in by Evans, huh?
30-15.
Yeah, it's eye-catching tennis, isn't it? Evans himself, so much feel on the ball, ability to improvise. That's why we're getting so many of these fun points. He can live with Alcaraz to a degree in these sorts of rallies.
And he moves so well south to north.
Very good squash player, Dan Evans.
I'll buy that. I trust you. That goes long.
You can picture it, can't you? The movement, the lunges, the feel, the slice that he has.
Yes. Nice low center of gravity.
That's it. Game Alcaraz.
Just after 2 o'clock on this Sunday, Saturday, Labor Day weekend. And on a clear day like this, this is when the roof of Ash Stadium starts throwing some real shade. Evans continues to try to throw some shade at Alcaraz.
Yeah, he's found some success in this match with that big forehand into the backhand corner, moving forward. You would think this is the stage of the match where, as much as Alcaraz has been playing freely in this third set, you want to really knuckle down and try and get the job done.
Absolutely.
30 love.
Spent a record of 23 hours, 39 minutes on court here last year, Alcaraz, for his win. It's a lot of time on court. It's some real 5-set battles.
About 5 of that against Jannik Sinner.
5 hours, 15 minutes.
He could meet for the second time in the quarters.
Save the match point, remember.
I do.
The final against Ruud was 3 hours 20. Andy Murray's win 2012, that was the previous record, 21 hours 51 minutes.
He went 5 with
likes a long match, Andy, doesn't he? Let's be honest. Carlos has got the stamina as well.
14-15. Stay seated, please, behind the players. Thank you. Game Evans
for Evans against 4 double faults.
3 games on. Third set. Allow 15.
Evans giving himself a come on after that Alcaraz miss. Looking for the window to open again. It's a basement window.
All of it off the touch on the line.
Glimmer of light. I mean, what a shot there again.
15-0.
That's a great example of where, you know, he's able to just put the scoreboard to one side. Love 15, you know, you don't want to lose that point as a server, but he just can't resist the chance to finish this point with a flourish. Just carves around the outside of the ball there.
Angry response from Evans.
15-30.
That is some belly button return. It's 123 right into it. Gave himself a little bit of space for a terrific return, and here is his chance. Window opens again. 2 shots for a 4-3 lead.
Well, this match draws up another contender for point of the tournament. Unbelievable tennis. Evans felt like he had his chance. He gave it everything to hang on at the end.
30-14.
How has Alcaraz won that point? It was just a little chip in the middle part. That one there that Evans left, somehow recovered with the hot dog.
But finally, the hot dog could not catch up. Too much mustard from Alcaraz. Sorry.
He had a play on the volley, didn't he? It's another point that could have, should have won.
Thank you. Players are ready.
He's still got a break point. That one's in!
Game Evans.
4-3 for Dan Evans. Right, Dan Evans. Let's see you hang on to this break. Step out of the sun to serve.
Didn't get enough on the approach. Hit the ball with decent pace, but it was lacking width and depth here.
15.
As soon as you get a player at this level on balance for the pass, you're going to be in trouble.
Love 30. Fifteen 30.
What a response this has been from Carlos Alcaraz.
15-40.
It's like that break, that 3-0 from Dan Evans, was just holding up the red rag to the bull.
Yes. Alcaraz, he deeply resented it.
He's come out with real intent here. Tried a little head fake there.
13-14.
Definitely made the shot more difficult than it needed to be in doing that. Still one more break point. If he doesn't win this one, he might regret that head fake.
Yes.
Evans has created tension again.
Advantage, Evans.
Just lacked a touch of killer instinct for me in this third set. I don't know if you agree, but that point at 15-40, you know, keep it simple.
Yeah,
get
exactly.
the break back there and get this job done.
That's how it looked in the beginning of this game.
And we love that he enjoys the game so much.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always lead to the most efficient of score lines.
New goal, please. 3 for the break.
Evans leads 5 games to 3.
Relaxed,
Third set.
Yeah, incredible game to 15-40. Once he ran for the short ball, I thought he was favourite for the point. Good job by Evans, though. A lot of players would have just let this go. 2 sets to love down.
Yeah.
This guy's too good, not going to be my day. Third round, still a good result. I'm happy with that. Not Dan Evans, he's dug his heels in here big time.
In New York, we call people like Dan Evans, a player like Danielle Collins, they're junkyard dogs. And it's a compliment.
Left.
He's got to be careful, Alcaraz.
$13-15.
125. That had a nasty kick on it, didn't it?
14-15.
Jumped wide on Evans.
Yeah, so short in the box, great width. Just 83 miles per hour, but it was almost unreturnable.
Game Alcaraz.
Daniel Evans serving for the third set. Just won't go away, really. Not if he can help it. How large was that for him?
Love 15.
The return was so good as well. Pushed Evans back, and then he just pounced. Evans really needs some first serves here. He's served well this third set.
Remember, he served in the 40s in that opening set. He's in the
15-all.
high 70s here, almost 80 right now.
And even if it doesn't win him the point, get him an easy ball, he, at least starts the point on neutral most of the time, whereas on his second serve, he's defending from the get-go.
$13-15.
Just wants that point over and over again, doesn't he? He's only winning 40% when he puts in these second ones. But that's a miss.
40-15.
That gives Dan Evans 2 set points.
Keeps him in it. Be surprised if we see another serve volley here from Dan Evans, just trying to seal the deal in this third set. Try and play the point on his terms by doing that. Outside of the foot, just dug in. Alcaraz went over, just make it.
Open water.
Thankfully, Alcaraz is okay. That was the toe, just dug in. He cannot believe he's still in this third set.
Neither can he. Oh, man. 2 set points gone. Another.
Advantage, Evans.
That's what his team wants.
What a point. I thought he was going to volley this one. I think he just wanted to hit one more big forehand.
I totally agree with you, Colin. He will be spoken to, win or lose, Alcaraz, about this third set. But that's got to make his team happy, whether he drops this one or not. The 33-year-old from Birmingham, England, ranked 28 in the world, trying to live with the 20-year-old Spaniard.
Here we go.
He doesn't want to lob, does he, Alcaraz? He likes showing off his swing.
Yes.
Well, there's not a shot that he can't hit. He's lobbing himself or being lobbed. Staying calm under pressure here. Not panicking on these set points. Can Dan Evans get through the game?
Advantage. Evans.
Another chance for Dan Evans to finish off this set.
Alcaraz has requested to see the review on the right baseline.
Wow, pretty far out, Carlos. Right down, read him in. Yep.
Game and third set. Evans.
We go to set 4.
Please. Thank you. Fourth set. Alcaraz to serve.
On this opening match of day 6, Saturday, September 2nd, inside Arthur Ashe Stadium, it looked for all the world like Dan Evans was going to go away in 3 sets. To the world's #1 and defending champ, the man serving, the 20-year-old, Carlos Alcaraz. So full of talent is Alcaraz that it's got to be tricky, Colin, for his team to control all of his talents. This is a kid who can go from bruising to fanciful, from savage to playful. And he wants to show it all. And it's part of the reason why he dropped that third set, isn't it?
Yeah, without a doubt, in my mind. And even in the second set, when Evans got a break ahead and maybe wasted an opportunity or two, Alcaraz came out in this match just on fire.
Yeah.
He's just, at times, lost his way slightly. You don't want to take away this sort of the showman in him. One of his great strengths is his creativity in the way he wants to express himself, but I think it's just understanding when to do it, when maybe to play with a little bit more margin and percentage tennis and just put the opponent away.
Yes.
And that was certainly a game full of intent there at the start of the fourth. You would think Alcaraz is going to be all over this set. Coming out with real intent there, running from the change of ends. Big couple of games for Dan Evans coming. He's got to hold his first 2 service games and stay in this set and the match with it.
He mentioned that win, Colin, that he scored over Djokovic a couple of years back.
Now 15.
I love the body language of Dan Evans, don't you? Throwing his fists, showing that he's still in this thing with a real chance.
T15.
It was a 131. His 5th ace of the match.
It's a huge serve for a guy 5'9".
Just think he'd be a little more intimidating if he just wore bigger socks. No? You good with the socks?
Okay with him. He's got his way. He's been wearing them for a while.
Goes wide.
14-15.
Looks a little down in the dumps, doesn't he, Alcaraz? Slightly impatient in this game, really trying to attack the second serve.
Game, Evans. One game on, 4th set.
Can he get Dan Evans tired? He can't take his legs from him, can he?
I don't think so. I mean,
and that's not what he's trying to do.
I don't think Evans is going to lose this match on fitness. 23 years of age, the Brit, but he puts in a lot of physical work. He's got his trainer, Kieran Forster, here, who incidentally is also working with Sorana Cristea.
Wow, who had a big win.
Big win.
Wow.
Yesterday over Novak.
The 4th seed.
Just a ridiculous shot to even go for it, pull it off.
Watch how it tails off wide.
He's behind the service line. It's such a high risk shot, but it's too good.
T15.
Serve in this 4th set.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Especially when it went 2 sets to love, they're probably thinking, okay, match over. Evans had other ideas. Really moved in on the second serve return in this set. Didn't quite pay off.
Love 15.
In the previous Evans service game, but you can just see there how it takes time away, especially with Evans trying to serve volley on that one. Challenge, as well as Evans has done. It only takes a couple of slack points or lose your focus for 3 minutes, and the match can be gone. Got to deliver here. Love 30.
Rushed himself into that return, didn't he, Alcaraz? Trying to challenge it so tight. Walked right into it. It's not like Evans has lost some pop on his serve.
No, and with the shade now fully across the court, it isn't going to be conditioning. It's going to decide this match. I just can't see that. Both players so fit.
The kick was better.
40, that's it.
Just seems in a strange place, Alcaraz. I don't know if you agree, maybe. Just in a bit of a sort of mental funk, isn't he? A bit of a downer.
I think so. I think you're right. And again, that challenging return position of his didn't pay off. Now he's in trouble. Download the US Open app if you haven't already to find out what's been going on, and a lot has been going on. Earlier today, Aryna Sabalenka, the #2 seed, advanced easily over Clara Burrell. Find out how she did that. Kazatkina over Minin in straight sets. Madison Keys had a tough one, you would think, on Armstrong against Samsonova. Dropping the first set, she won 3. Bencic had to go 3 as well against Lin Zhu. Go to the app. Find out how all that has played out.
incredible point that ends with both players smiling. I mean, they just love testing each other. It looked like Evans had it. Alcaraz read the play.
Dan's reaction. Except for a couple of grumpy moments, it's been lovely temperaments on this court, hasn't it?
Well, I can assure you I'm smiling after that one. Evans got round, a couple of grunts on the forehand, thought, I'm going to go big here and hit through him. Alcaraz had other ideas.
How do all those forehands stay in? So a love hole. Let's see what that does to this fourth set. On serve. Squeaking him off, getting him ready. Lord knows he's going to need to run if he's going to beat Carlos Alcaraz. Ace number 6, second of this set. Alcaraz has 4.
That's 15 all. Oh. 15, that's it.
Number 5 for him.
It was gutsy.
He's bending that serve all around the box, isn't he?
Yeah, going for it on the second serve. Again, the first serve percentage has dropped just 40% in this set. He's got to get that back up, you would think. Served beautifully in set 3.
That's it. Yes.
It's another fabulous point.
He's won 78% of his points at net. 40 of 51.
So accomplished for someone so young.
Yes.
Just 20 years old still, and just knows when to come in, which volley to hit.
Advantage Evans.
Times in this game. Evans has got to be careful going cross-court with his own forehand, because Alcaraz both times has just rifled it down the line and really hurt him. Interesting little pattern of play there. Might want to think about when he has his forehand, he's moving to that side. Evans just going back up the line. He hits that shot well.
With this group, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the whole match.
He's been referring to it the whole time.
He's going for a fresh racket here, which is just to get a fresh overgrip.
Yeah. Chance for 4-2 for Alcaraz.
Just an impossible shot. Had to be going long. How has he clipped the baseline there? Maybe just the moment that seals Dan Evans' fate.
Alcaraz leads 4-2. Fourth set.
This kid. Yeah, you got it. Oh, man. It takes a lot to kick him loose, Evans. Let's see if that did do it. Oh.
This is just...
What is this?
It's a pleasure and a privilege to be watching this tennis, is it not, on Arthur Ashe?
Absolutely.
Does it get any better?
Can't think of a place I'd much rather be than right here, right now.
These guys are just giving it everything. Two of the most skillful players in the game.
Trading skills. Doesn't feel like there's 27 ranking spots between them right now. Mentioned that in that Wimbledon final against Djokovic, Alcaraz had twice as many winners as Novak. 36 of them were on that forehand. How hard is it winners against Novak Djokovic?
You have to hit one.
13-15.
On any surface,
On
just to
anything.
get the ball past that guy. It just shows you how big Alcaraz's game is and how many different ways he has of hitting winners. It's not just power. Volleys, drop shots.
And now he's just being a brat.
Well, this is rivaling the tennis he played in the first 4 games of the match when he was on fire.
It's such a show off.
Two winners and counting.
This is being played in the most generous spirit, too.
14-30.
Just makes it that much better.
Evans wanted the big celebration here, but just a little clip on the tape.
Yep.
So he had to just catch himself and go for the apology, but they both see the funny side again.
Still, Alcaraz doesn't want to complicate this game. He's got a game point for 5-2.
The shot I was referring to earlier. Rather than going cross court there and giving him the running forehand, backing behind him.
Use.
He got the error. Evans did a good job here. After the pass that Alcaraz made to break in the previous game, I think I would have just offered my hand and called it a day there. Too good. But once again, he just refuses to go away. He's digging deep. He's fighting.
Let, first service.
That's an approach.
Advantage, Alcaraz.
Change the trajectory of the backhand there, the rhythm of the point. Got it wrong.
Yes.
One of the most engaging games of the match, isn't it? Just incredible quality.
And a very important time for both of them.
She's tried to work up the back of the ball there. Get the ball up to the Evans backhand. Rare occasion where he lost control.
Let, second service. Advantage, Alcaraz.
He breaks open a point time and again by going short like that.
He doesn't waste a single shot either, does he? There's nothing sort of just hitting the court without any intention. Every shot is like trying to upgrade on the last.
Alcaraz.
5-2.
New balls, please.
A game away. Jimmy Butler, the NBA star and buddy.
Alcaraz leads 5 games to 2.
So many other tennis players
That's
now. Well, even people like Djokovic say that Alcaraz reminds him of himself and Nadal and Federer. But more and more, Alcaraz just reminds me of Alcaraz. Doesn't really remind me of anyone else. Maybe it's just the youthfulness of it all, right? That gives him that extra patina, but the 33-year-old Evans continues to think he can stay in this match. He starts it off well in this game.
quite lose his way at times in this match, but his level and his focus certainly just dipped slightly. It looks to be finishing almost as strongly as he started. He's just struggling with the grip still. Evans shaking his head.
30-15.
I mean, this wasn't easy. Evans has hit this drive volley with a lot of pace. It's almost like it's happening in slow motion for him. Oh, I'll just knock that in the open space.
That's it. Halt. Yes.
Climbed all over that 86-mile-an-hour serve.
Advantage, Evans.
126 for the ace, his eighth. Still around is Dan Evans.
Again, Evans.
But when we come back, Carlos Alcaraz will serve for the fourth round.
Alcaraz leads 5 games to 3, fourth set.
Yes, wants to make sure he's got the grip for this crucial game.
Is he always like this, Colin?
No.
Is he a clammy man by nature?
No, I haven't seen this before from Dan Evans.
This guy can make you sweat a little, make it a little jumpy. Second sword is
15-11.
Well, he just sensed that Evans was going to edge to his left to try and attack with the forehand there. Thinking clearly, even trying to serve out the match here, Alcaraz.
another one.
30-11.
He hasn't had a lot of them, but that's ace 5 and 6 in a row.
40-love.
Match points for Carlos Alcaraz. And these people are ready for it. There it is.
Again, second match, Alcaraz. 3 sets to 1. 6-2, 6-3, 4-6, 6-3.